हाय, मेरा नाम है उमर कुरैशी और एक मशहूर किताब आई थी जिसका नाम था टू स्टेट्स और उस पे एक पिक्चर बन रही है दो मशहूर सितारों के साथ, अर्जुन कपूर एंड आलिया भट्ट. वेलकम गाइस.
Thank you.
Like in your younger years, were you guys like geeks or were you cool dudes or what?
Were you geek?
I was a freak. I don't know about geek. I was. What was I? I liked certain subjects, but I was not very into studies. So, nor was I this tech savvy, nerdy. So, मैं कहीं बीच में अटका था. I think I'm sure you also were somewhere in between all that.
What's the big takeaway from this movie? I mean,
Except me, of course. Such
A
a
big takeaway.
big thing you've taken away.
Taken away.
Yes.
Except for Arjun.
हमारे कल्चर में हमेशा सिखाया गया, समझाया गया कि फैमिली should be on your side when you get married. They should never be against you. हमेशा. If you see our Hindi films also, our biggest success romantically is DDLJ, and that is about the boy staying back to win over the girl's family. And that is the essence of Indian culture.
how different is the book from the movie?
ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं है. It's an adaptation which Abhishek Varman, जो हमारे डायरेक्टर उन्होंने लिखी है. He's just shortened it for length for screen basically, but the essence is all there. It's exactly what you would expect. अगर आपने किताब पढ़ी है तो you would be able to see each and every aspect of the book come alive on celluloid. So it's not very different.
Yeah, I mean certain. I've read the book. तो ऐसे कुछ sections है जो निकाले गए हैं only क्योंकि probably it was adding too much length as he was saying. But obviously songs and dancing and all was not incorporated in the book. That's cinematic liberty. But other than that, we've all been very sensitive to the characters and to the book.
Which I can tell you, Chetan Bhagat is very happy that the song and dance has been added.
I'm sure.
He mentioned to us that he was very happy that we've added all the song and dance.
Song and dance is always great.
You play a Tamil girl.
Tambram.
You play a Tambram. Like,
Yeah.
how difficult was that for you?
It was different, of course, but she's a modern day South Indian Tamilian. So ऐसे नहीं है कि she's constantly talking in Tamil और अयो ये सब नहीं हो रहा है. वो she's a normal girl, modern, exactly, very contemporary, modern.
Right.
But जब she's talking to her mother and her father, then she speaks in Tamil little bit. But other than that, normal. So I had to learn a little Tamil here and there.
You did? Yeah?
Here and there, yeah.
And what is your character like? What did you base that on? It relates absolutely to the modern mindset.
Well, exactly. It's he's today's boy. He's grown up being a family-oriented person. Krish Malhotra, very resilient, silent, emotional, but does not show his emotions very easily. Practical, very giving person, selfless soul. Has always been there for his family. So all those factors I think where I related to also, but like you said, he's a modern child, educated, believes in the education system, so goes out there to study further in IIM, and that's where his life changes when he meets Ananya Swaminathan.
But tell me, like, how important is it for you to be comfortable with your co-star when you're doing scenes which are slightly intimate and which can be, and you're doing it in front of like say so many people?
See, I think what's most important is when you read a script, you sign a film, you know what you're going to do. So you start getting comfortable with that idea from that moment onward. So it's not like the moment you reach the set, you have to come to terms with it. When you sign a film, if you're not comfortable or you're going to be worried about it, then you shouldn't get into it. So there is no mindset or thought that you have to put into it just before the take. It happens because you said yes with that conviction. Therefore, on that day of shooting, that same conviction will ride you through the scene. So ऐसा कोई stress नहीं होता कि कैसे comfort create करे. It just happens.
Yeah. What's a big takeaway from this movie? I mean,
except me, of course. Such
A big takeaway.
Big thing you've taken away.
Taken away.
Yes.
Except for Arjun. I don't know, yaar. I feel like it has been it has been a dream role almost, for people considering, the fact that this film has got the trailer got 6 million hits in 10 days.
True.
It shows how popular and how loved this book is. So this character actually exists in people's heads, It's a very loved book. So the fact that I'm a part of this character and I'm probably part of people's heads once they see the film is my biggest takeaway. And an emotional takeaway would be, of course, Arjun and Abhishek.
Yeah.
And the whole film actually, everybody involved with the crew.
Like in your younger years, were you guys like geeks or were you cool dudes or what?
Were you geek?
I was a freak. I don't know about geek. I was. What was I? I liked certain subjects, but I was not very into studies. So, nor was I this tech savvy, nerdy.
not.
So, मैं कहीं बीच में अटका था. I think I'm sure you also were somewhere in between all that.
I mean, we both haven't barely studied.
Yeah.
Like we both like just about managed to like.
So I was not very, for sure. I was not very
Yeah.
inclined towards education.
The music's become a rage, and for a movie like this, I think music is very, very important.
Correct.
Yeah. So, I mean, what's your favorite and your favorite in the movie?
Locha, Ulfat ho gaya. That's my favoriteest song. Actually, that arguably is my most favorite song that I've got as an actor. It surpasses, it surpasses my tongues and my Tune Mari, my Jashne Ishqa and Chokra Jawan.
Mine would be Mast Magan. Mast Magan is my favorite song, and UFO. UFO is still fun, and I can listen to it while I'm working out. Mast Magan is more romantic.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why Locha is my favorite, because there's a genuine, I have my own memories with it. That's why it is like shooting that song, that
Wanna share some of
environment.
those?
No, it's just because it's personal. It has nothing to do with just the song per se. Just sometimes a song becomes embedded in your life because of the moments you share on set while you're doing it, or the amount of fun you have.
Or it reminds you of something that's happened in the past.
In Locha, for the first time, I felt like, the sweet lovey-dovey hero kinds which you've watched on screen, and I thought I won't get to play that. So that was my like inverted commas, okay, this is happening moment. So I really loved Locha because of that.
Yeah. Apart from you young sensations, the movie also has seasoned stars like Amrita Singh and Revati in the movie. So, I mean, what was your experiences working with these seasoned guys?
What was your...
I had a blast working with Amrita Singh, Revati, Ronit Roy, and Shiv sir, who plays my father. They are, they are so cool as actors, and we spent a lot of time with them, a lot of time. And I learned a lot from Revati actually, because I had to speak Tamil, so she would help me a lot, which I thought was very, very generous.
She's such a
very
calming
sweet.
influence on set.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Very, very nice.
And for me, I would like to just say that they are the backbone of this film. Today, if this film...
That's a big statement, yeah.
Because those characters are arguably even more important. They make Ananya and Krish who they are, essentially, because the journeys of all these 6 people, not just Ananya and Krish. Anybody who's read the book will know how integral all of them are in their own unique way.
Absolutely.
Indian culture is embedded. हमारे culture में हमेशा सिखाया गया, समझाया गया कि family should be on your side when you get married. They should never be against you. हमेशा. If you see our Hindi films also, our biggest success romantically is DDLJ, and that is about the boy staying back to win over the girl's family. And that is the essence of Indian culture.
I believe the two of you become great friends during the course of the movie. You already were good friends, and even when
No, that's the thing. We didn't even know each other.
We didn't know each other.
We had met socially once or twice, and then we met the first time properly was at the look test. She did a look test for the film. And that's when we met for the first time, and we broke the ice there. But we became friends over the course of making the film. And I think that was the nice part, that we discovered our friendship also in the course of the film. That's why the film also will always remain special for Abhishek, Alia and me. The 3 of us discovered how our equations are with one another through the course of the film.
But you guys, like both of you are single, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you all never thought of like going out and
We've gone out.
hanging
We've gone out, yeah.
But didn't you guys think of getting together?
Of dating, no. And primarily because it's just easier that way. When we were working, we really like each other. We don't want to mess each other's lives up and get angry.
And going out can happen regardless of all that. You can go out and do your thing
And we
regardless.
went out and did our thing.
And we still do.
And we still do. And that will remain no matter what anybody says.
That's honest.
Yeah, but we still do.
We have nothing to hide. We are open books.
Yeah, the book,
Like two states.
Yeah. Is there a lot of competition among newcomers now today? Because everyone's very competitive. Everyone's very with it. Everyone's very up to date. And even male and female will compete now. To get the look right, to get the act right.
That I think is a mess.
No.
That shouldn't happen. And
Then
I
you're
hope that
compromising
on the film.
on the film.
And that I don't think happens. And I hope not.
On a set, nobody should ever compete to try and outdo one another. I mean, competition exists beyond if you're doing a film.
Right.
You're being absolutely dishonest to your film if you're starting to compete with fellow actors in front of the camera, because you're compromising the integrity of the director's vision.
Right.
You're just trying to outdo the other person. You're not being honest to what the director wants, and that is absolutely wrong. And I would never ever suggest that to anybody, that be competitive in between a scene. Give your best. You should be the best always. But that does.
Apart from the set, I mean, outside, are you competing with all the new guys who are out there?
Technically, yes.
It is. I mean, that is inevitable, na? Even if I say nahi, but अगर मैं घर पे बैठ जाऊँगा तो I'm not competing. Till I'm working, I'm in the competition.
Of course.
But the idea is, at least for me, the race is not for tomorrow or day after. The race is about surviving for a long period of time. So today is very early for us to be thinking about competition. Let's stabilize, let's establish ourselves, let's get some kind of long-term equation going with our audience, and then let's see. Maybe if you ask me this question 5-7 years down the line, I'll be in a better place to answer it.
That's again very well put. Yeah. Alia, you have a lot of teenage fans, and a lot of them young people,
it's
young guys.
amazing.
I've seen some of your followers. Okay, and you believe that teenage affections and love, just comes and goes with the same intensity?
No.
Yeah.
I feel, at least the kids, I feel they're the most loyal.
Yeah.
At least, and that's I've made most of my encounters with fans has been with the kids, with the 8-year-olds and 5-year-olds and the 4-years-old who barely know anything, but they know that they like you.
Yeah.
And I remember being like that and being in awe, and I always was a loyal fan. So I think that's most important, because they will. Huh?
How?
When I was younger, of Shah Rukh Khan, Kareena Kapoor, and I still am.
Yeah.
So when I see, and the thing is, the kids go again and again. They want to see the film again and again, and they take their family and they take other people.
That's a very important.
I've seen some tweets about her. Oh my God, Alia on TV again. Oh my God, as student of the year on TV again. Yeah,
But the thing, also the most beautiful part about getting children to become your fans, which happened in her case because the film that she did immediately connected with the youth and the adolescent crowd, is that they last a lifetime. Yeah, they will always remain your fans.
Yeah, the loyalty.
It's a long-term commitment. So even when they grow up, they will remain your fans, and that is what you aspire for.
Yeah. See, both of you are young people and smart people. Okay. And
Thank you for that.
What advice would you give young couples in love?
Honesty is the most important part of any relationship. So be honest in your relationship. Find your best friend in your companion. That is, for a long-term commitment, that is important. And listen when a woman talks. All the answers are somewhere in there. Pay attention when she talks, and the fighting will be less. So the fighting always will happen.
The problem is if you listen, they say you're not saying anything.
No, I think women like to be heard. Once in a while, it's nice to hear them out and pay attention to the finer details. If you really pay attention and listen, you can make your relationship last.
And what advice would you give?
I'm no preacher. I've not had any great relationships till now. But me, finding a best friend in the person that you're with, I think is of utmost importance. So that's all I think that matters eventually.
You've copied my answer and you made
No,
it.
that's what I agree with.
She agrees with me.
Yeah. What is a relationship? Is it compatibility? Is it sacrifice? Is it togetherness? Or like you said, friendship?
क्या पता यार?
It's
सब
just
कुछ.
comfort, yeah.
It's just when you can be yourself.
Yeah.
The only one person where you can truly be yourself, I guess, is a good relation.
Yeah. It deals with intercaste marriage, right? The movie.
Yes.
So, like in real life, you think that those issues still exist?
Of
Yes,
course.
of course.
They do.
Of course. They exist.
Majorly.
Yeah.
It would be foolish of us to assume that it doesn't, because it does. And the thing you have to understand out of that is practically why they exist, not only just the caste and creed and religion aspect of it, but there are certain practical reasons also why people are averse to intercaste marriages.
Yeah, but there are a lot of movies which have dealt with the north-south divide earlier also.
Correct.
Like, so how different is two states? I mean, the treatment.
Exactly. The practicality of two states comes from where you understand the parents' mindset also, why they are averse to this marriage happening or an intercaste marriage. It's not only about the arrogance that no, he or she cannot get married. There is, you see the other side and you understand why parents are protective, why they feel a certain way about, and how you see practically the boy and girl going about trying to find a solution, not taking the easy way out of running away or escaping. It's about them trying to convince their families, because Indian culture is embedded. हमारे culture में हमेशा सिखाया गया, समझाया गया कि family should be on your side when you get married. They should never be against you. हमेशा.
Yeah.
If you see our Hindi films also, our biggest success romantically is DDLJ, and that is about the boy staying back to win over the girl's family.
Yeah.
And that is the essence of Indian culture.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to showcase, that you have to respect your parents and your elders as well.
Yeah. Alia, in the tradition of all the Bhatts, you're as well-spoken, outspoken and bold as they can get.
Bold and
Is it a
beautiful.
genetic trait?
Probably, I don't know, maybe because I've been brought up that way. I don't I don't know, I've just seen them always speak their mind, and I think it's easier that way. It's very exhausting to beat around the bush.
Yeah.
It is. You can't put up how much acting to do here. On camera bhi karo, off camera. It's just better to be yourself.
Yeah. One piece of advice to keep a relationship strong.
Keep surprising your partner.
Yeah. How do you judge your partner?
In a good way, huh? Keep surprising them in a good way. Pata laga they're doing some strange stuff, boss.
Alia, Arjun, to wrap up, I'm going to ask you some quick-fire questions. Yeah, I'll begin with you, Alia. Okay. According to you, the sexiest actress in Bollywood.
Deepika Padukone,
Arjun's best performance: Ishaqzade, Gunde, Two States.
Ishaqzade.
If Sid, Varun, and Arjun's movies are releasing on the same day, which one will you watch first?
I'm not answering this question.
She would go and see Varun and Sid's film, their first course.
I'm not answering this.
I would send her to see their films first. I would show her my film before.
Okay. Your favorite co-star: Varun, Arjun, Sid, Randeep.
Arjun.
One actor you want to kiss on screen.
I was so close to not saying the name. I'd like to kiss Arjun again. I don't think I've had enough of you.
One thing without which love is not possible.
Honesty.
Have you ever written a love letter or received one?
Yeah.
And for both of you, one piece of advice to keep a relationship strong.
Honestly only, yaar.
Understanding, honesty, fun, spark, spunk.
सबको पता है क्या होता है, करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है.
Good.
Easier said than done.
If you were not an actress,
Dead.
Dead, you would kill yourself.
No, I wouldn't be alive.
But malab, you would still be living if you were not an actor.
No, I'd be born to be an actress.
yeah, nice one. Thanks. Arjun, your turn. Alia's best performance: Student of the Year, Highway, Two States.
I've not seen Highway, and I know she's fantastic in Two States.
One tip on how to woo a girl. How to woo a girl.
How to woo a girl? Don't try too hard.
One thing you want your partner to do for you.
Be understanding.
One thing without which love is not possible.
Understanding.
One actress you want to kiss on screen.
Now I'm just saying that because I said you. Wouldn't I?
Have you ever written a love letter or received one?
I've never written a love letter, but I've received some fan love letters.
One piece of advice to keep a relationship strong.
Keep surprising your partner.
Yeah. How do you judge your partner?
In a good way, huh? Keep surprising them in a good way. Pata laga they're doing some strange stuff, boss.
I know, unpleasant surprise.
Suddenly people are shocked. Or something.
Yeah. How do you judge your partner's loyalty?
Judge.
Yeah.
You shouldn't judge your partner,
Anyway.
but her words matter. So
Is it okay to check out other women when you're committed?
Of course.
yeah, it's normal. You can't help
Yeah.
Why am I answering?
If you were not an actor,
it. Direct.
you'd be.
I would be in this profession somehow, in the film industry somehow.
Yeah. Thank you, Alia, and thank you, Arjun. It was a wonderful thing, and looking forward to Two States. And I hope that everyone's in a very pleasant state after this movie.
Yes, you will be pleasantly surprised and in a good way.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks.